Hi, hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I'm meeting Tim from Gewitter, Kopf. A few months ago, I met John. Unfortunately, he passed away. And under the video, many people asked how Tim is doing, what he's up to, and that's what we're going to find out today. My dear friends, now we're sitting here with Tim, hi. And it's very rare that we come to a shoot and there are donuts. You probably call them Berliners.
Kopfen?
Yes, donuts. Other pieces of cake as well, even set out for the team. You can eat when we're finished.
I figured you were hungry after being on the road so long.
Yes, that's true. We've really been on the road a lot today, but we were happy to travel all this way for you.
Thank you very much.
Let's address the elephant in the room right away. Tim, how are you?
I usually say there are good days and bad days. I always say it's okay, but there are days when things are a bit better, and then there are days when it's a bit harder.
Because we have to, well, for everyone, yes. I think everyone in the bubble has noticed.
I think so too.
Gewitter im Kopf was you and Jan. Then, unfortunately, Jan left us too soon in November. We messaged a lot. You had a lot of questions for me in the meantime.
Yeah, hey thanks, no joke. You guys don't know what an honorable man this guy is.
Yeah, she doesn't care about that.
It's true. People can always count on you. You keep your word, which is great. I just wanted to tell you that.
That makes me uncomfortable. And besides, then everyone wants something from me again. No, whatever. Tell me, like, which days are the good days?
The good days right now are actually when I can manage my normal things again, like making some content as usual. Currently, I'm mainly working on short-form content.
What do you mean by format? It could be anything, like Berlin Tag und Nacht.
Oh, I see. Right now I'm mainly on Instagram and TikTok, focusing on relatable and entertaining content. I'm kind of using that as an escape, and it's actually pretty good for that. Yeah, and I go shopping and nothing special is really happening with me right now. After that, I'm just exhausted. Really?
But you also have to say, on the positive side, which I already noticed back then, you live here now. We'll take a look at your apartment in a moment, not alone. You have a girlfriend?
Yes.
Look, there's that smile. It doesn't get any cheesier than the puzzle picture on the jet ski.
I did that.
Yeah, I believe you.
So I stuck it on?
Yeah, the 1,000 pieces? Yeah. Who put it together? You two together?
My girlfriend.
Yeah, of course. But it's a very nice picture. What about
The bad...
days?
Just the day before yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago, I even had another one. On those days, nothing works, you know? I get up, and usually it starts with me having already been awake for a long time during the night. And then it's often the case that I watch more of our content, videos from back in the day and so on, and then go to sleep with that. Then I know the next day will be very difficult, so I end up doing nothing. So I at least try to do some small things like taking out a bit of trash and stuff, but I can't manage to do more than that.
And that's why I would also say, we've now addressed the elephant in the room, but I'm actually here to see your apartment. Yeah. What's your girlfriend's name?
Sophie.
Okay. Sophie's name, and of course I want to ask how you're doing. And I think here in this place, I already see some things that I know from another apartment, from Jan's place. I think we'll mention him often from now on.
I think so too.
But for now, let's enjoy the donut. Yeah. You both have 1 minute each for your time. All right, the bet is on.
You can do it.
How many square meters are we looking at now?
I really don't know about this. 30.
Is that a lot? I don't think you have 30 square meters here. I'd say, at first glance, you have 100 here. 100.
Whoa, okay, yeah, 100.
Is it owned or bought?
My parents.
Your parents, yeah. Come on, let's go in here.
Want to see something unreal? Yeah.
Yeah. Look, so where do we start? Here?
Yeah, okay.
Dried meat, very good. I also like it. It's totally underrated.
I think it's delicious. My dad always brings it from work.
Healthy diet. Mezzo mix, Dr. Pepper, all iced tea.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have that under control. I have to admit, eating healthy is a bit more difficult for me.
Then comes the business account, Texas, Gewitter im Kopf.
Yeah, those are what keep us out of jail.
Provincial insurance. You had a company together with Jan, right? Yeah.
We had a partnership together.
How has that changed now?
Marion has basically taken that over now.
Makes sense, exactly. So, an air up, always good. Yeah, and alcohol.
Yeah, that's all still a collection from all the birthdays.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, look, I can't throw that away because there's still something in it. Yeah, and that costs 8 euros, you know? Yeah.
My dear friends, it's almost that time again. The biggest event of the year is just around the corner and we'll all be cheering for Germany. And the best way to do that is to get yourself the new Germany-themed bottle from Air. There's also a France edition, England as well, and many more. Before the soccer event starts, you usually have to check if people are in the right mindset and can answer a few questions or know some facts. Are you a soccer expert?
Not really, but I'm interested.
Favorite club?
Yes, Dortmund.
I'm just curious, not an expert, but I notice some people are hydrating wrong. Hello, my dears, cheers! There's a big soccer festival coming up soon. Which one?
We have yes.
How many teams are participating?
36? More?
48. What do you think? A player who's really a pro and then runs? How many liters of water does he sweat out?
I say 6.
I say 1.
1.5. Soccer fan?
Yes.
Which club?
Union. I don't know.
Who is the current world champion?
Argentina.
My friend, since you're wearing Italy, sorry, you're not in the World Cup.
Thank you very much.
You won't be there for a while, which is why you're just rooting for everyone. Name 3 active German national players you hope will be there.
Musiala.
Yes. Where does he play?
Also at Bayern. Very good. Wirtz.
Because you support Germany and Spain, you get united. Who are you backing at the World Cup?
Germany.
Then you'll get the Germany bottle from Air from me. If you like Turkey, of course you'll get the Air from Turkey, and the matching cup from Germany. If I can give you a tip, take the cup combination. United. Because there's cola in it, cola vanilla and cola cherry, and I love cola. Link in the video description. Next time, don't just bring a flag to the fan zone, but also your Air, because then you'll be well hydrated.
So the fridge.
I hoped you wouldn't get this one.
No, but seriously, man. For someone who... You're in good shape for someone who only eats unhealthy stuff. Yeah, sure, the alcohol and... No, you only keep alcohol cold because you wouldn't throw it away.
There are also potatoes and salad.
Onions. Exactly. Then there's Miller milk, then there's the good meal. The best one?
Mario, look here at Barmigorangen's strawberry roll. Yes.
Strawberry roll is always good.
I was going to open that for you, but is that...
A migraine mask. That's really awesome.
I really struggle with that and...
You have migraines?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try that on? Yes.
Sure, but it's really, really cold.
Yes, that's why. But this has something to it. Oh.
The nose.
Here like this. Oh. That's really something.
Yeah, and that's just when you have a migraine and you're lying in bed with it, it's so awesome.
Dude, it's such a mix. That's great. I'll buy it too.
Do you have migraines too?
No, but that thing is still awesome.
That's Deutsche Bahn construction work, so my girlfriend knows how much time to plan for the train.
What does your girlfriend do for work?
She's a personal assistant for the creator.
Of course. For one, but also for the successful one. So not for haha, just kidding.
I can't throw away things like keepsake photos or postcards. I always have to keep everything.
Wow, whoa.
Look what they look like, right?
For Jan, Tim, and Jan.
That's from me, for Jan from Tim.
Oh, I see.
I got them from his apartment.
Nice. Did you add the hangings?
Yes.
Wow, how young you were.
Mm-hmm. Also a bit slimmer.
Yeah, but you have to say, slimmer, then you had a good phase where people would say, he always finished his plate. And now you're slim. Jan was always very slim, but he always had disastrous hairstyles.
Yes.
All sorts of things. Red.
White, we've tried everything.
When was that? It says back there.
We were in Berlin then, so maybe we did something there too. I wondered if that was where we had the escape room shoot.
Escape room shoot in Berlin? A placement for John? Yeah. No, for Sky, the one I arranged for you. Sky. Dead. Exactly.
Welcome to a new video on our channel. Today we're in Berlin.
And as you know,
someone invited us to Hitler's bunker.
You had to come to Berlin for filming, and there was some kind of Fridays for future demonstration.
That's right. We somehow made it through.
The problem is Jan always bothered the police officers. Yes. Yes.
That was hilarious, At first we drove through Berlin and I was always paranoid because he kept passing police by the window. And at some point it changed to, no, we don't get stopped anymore, they just wave back at us. That was always cool too.
When did you meet Jan?
Wow, we knew each other for 13 years, I think. I'm not sure, maybe in 5th grade or something like that.
What did he already have back then?
He had already been diagnosed, but not with those vocal things, so you only noticed some motor tics from him in class sometimes, and when we went out partying and stuff. but the vocal things only came later, sometime after school.
Epilepsy? Was that present before? No.
That only came later as well.
Because I remember when we first met, I was hanging out with Bella, and we definitely went to some apartment, to Jan's place.
His first place, the one in Bonn?
Yeah. Oh, right, in Bonn, that's where we filmed and everything. And back then, you showed me you always had a pill for him in your wallet.
Yeah, I always had that emergency pill to stop the seizures. Well?
No.
Hot!
Not anymore.
I'm making my ass with sickness. Bon!
That's already dead.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, I punched it really hard.
Asshole.
And then at some point, well, when was the moment for you when you realized that one Galileo segment? That was kind of the breakthrough for you guys. Jan was on Galileo, and that thing blew up on YouTube like nothing else.
Yeah, unreal. That was crazy, I don't even remember. At some point he just told me that it was uploaded.
How long was it between the TV broadcast and it going up on YouTube? Yeah.
Whoa, I think it was about a month or so.
Did you all watch the Galileo segment here?
Yeah.
Were you in that part? I didn't see it.
I was, well, not much. I was with John, like we were supposed to create a scene about how John applies for jobs.
Typical TV, right? You came through the door like 30 times like, "Hello, Jan.
Me?
I'll help you."
Can you hold the documents up to the camera again? That's how it was.
Then they made you film a lot and edited it down to 1 second. Yes, exactly. Yes, TV.
What is it like in everyday work life, and how do you even get a job when you have such a noticeable illness? We accompanied Michelle and Jan to work.
The 20-year-old had to quit his training as a physical therapist after his tics became more severe. Now he is looking for a job.
Since the symptoms of my Tourette syndrome have gotten worse, it has of course become more difficult to find a training program that I also enjoy.
I don't know, I think it already had 1 million views after just 1 week or something like that. And the comments were all full of questions about this illness, and also a lot like, you always get people who, well, not exactly spread lies, but you know, spread information that isn't quite right. And then I said to John, hey, just reply to them, you know, answer a few questions, maybe that'll help some people understand the illness a bit better. Yeah, and that's how we started, and then the FAQ just blew up right away back then. And that's how we kept going.
So, after there was the Galileo segment about Tourette syndrome with me and Michelle,
Hey, asshole.
hey, since there was so much feedback and a lot of people also suggested that I make a video about it, like how I respond to certain questions and comments, and then I decided to actually do it now. Camera off.
Marcel, did you edit the first videos?
Yes.
Which was also very obvious. Yes.
I got into editing during the YouTube years.
That's why it's actually a good thing. It's positive.
That's my, what's back here?
Whoa! There's a photo of... Do you know... Does your family know that a family photo was thrown in here?
I actually threw that in before you came because I didn't know if they wanted to be filmed.
But you have a beautiful family. You're the ugliest, but it doesn't show. All right? Regular Thermomix. Who cooks more, you or your girlfriend?
My girlfriend.
So,
I had my cooking phases, but somehow I'm not really into it anymore. Yeah, that's kind of my, if anything, that's the place.
oh, I see.
If I'm looking for something, it's usually there.
Formula 1 2021. Oh, wow.
You pulled that out first right away.
No, that's like a band. What was Formula 1?
I was there with John in Mexico back then.
At Formula 1?
We were invited there, and we took that short trip.
What's it like to be with Jan during his peak Tourette period in Mexico? Do you have the chance to explain what's happening in Spanish?
Well, first of all, I have to admit I was a bit scared beforehand, even though with Tourette's syndrome, you always kind of know where the limit is. So, when it gets dangerous, that's basically the end of it. And he did. Oh yes, he did insult people in Spanish, he did. I was about to say he didn't say anything, but actually he did. But they were all really relaxed about it, I don't know. I was actually scared, because at the time we were there, because of Formula 1, there was military with machine guns and all sorts of stuff all along the front of the hotel. When we arrived, he was shouting ACLB and everything. I thought if anyone there spoke English, we'd have a real problem. Nothing happened. We've always been lucky.
What is New York, London, and Mexico?
Those are,
And Madeira.
Exactly, Jan had all of those hanging in his living room, and then in the other apartment, they were actually spread out everywhere, and I just... tried, at least wanted to take those and find space for them, because those are from the trips we took together.
Are those the ones from Jan's apartment?
Exactly, those are the ones from Jan's apartment. But unfortunately, there were so many that I couldn't take them all, of course. Yes.
And that was when you were in New York together?
Mm-hmm.
What did you do there?
Just sightseeing, that's all.
Nothing special. London. Same here. Formula One in Mexico. And in Madeira, you aimed to save on taxes when things were good. Exactly.
We thought, let's get away quickly. No, that was right at the beginning, the first trip with so many people.
With lots of sugar. Wasn't Victor and, Ungul there too? Yes, exactly. Critical time, exactly.
Hello.
Come on, then let's just keep walking. Let's just keep walking and not talk about it at all. I think it's really nice, that you have such a great relationship with your mom and Jan with his. I've always noticed that. Yeah. Whenever we were somewhere.
That's really worth a lot too.
Also, seeing Jan everywhere around here does get me down from time to time, I have to say. But I think it's a good tribute to him.
Yeah, it was especially strange at first because with clearing out the apartment, everything had to happen pretty quickly.
Did you go into the apartment with Marco?
Yeah, well, not just me, but I helped with everything I could. And, wait, let me think for a moment about what I wanted to say. I just wanted to say, well, at first it was of course strange, especially the kitchen, because in the kitchen so much of it is his, especially the chairs and the table and so on. But I just kind of said I'd rather give up my stuff and take his because I want everything here in the apartment to look really great. That's just awesome.
So then we have here, come on, let's try to stay positive. How often do you manage to lift your mood again?
Up. I try to do it 2 or 3 times a day.
Every day, 2 or 3 times. But it's a nice one. But your girlfriend set that up, didn't she?
A little bit, partly. She also helped install the shelves.
Since when have you been living together?
1 year now.
Okay, any regrets or not?
Not at all. Especially with what happened with Jan. That meant so much to me.
Okay.
So all those things.
That's nice. Now let's look here. Now it's a bit like, in case I imagine you come here, drink a lot, and then you're about to throw up. And then you stay in Cologne a bit longer and then it really hits you, right?
No, that always calms me down a bit.
Then you'd have to be a tougher WSC. But next year we'll face each other again, I hope in the 2nd division.
No. I don't have that. I don't even know how things are going for you guys.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Very nice bathroom and it smells good.
Thank you. I also got a special candle from my mom recently that you're supposed to light after taking a dump.
Really? You light it after taking a dump?
I thought I'd give it a try.
Why is it on now?
I went to the bathroom before you arrived.
Oh, look, that's your office. Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of reassuring.
Do you also have a little thing like that?
Crush? Wow, that's the coolest person in Harry Potter.
I think so. Yeah, but also kind of like, I could have locked myself up in Azkaban.
Right.
Your first autograph card, yeah.
I just hung up all the memories I had there.
But that's awesome, man. It is. I don't even want to know what it's like when your best friend dies. So.
I didn't want to know either.
No, I'm sorry. I can only remember the other one. Bella called me when she told me about it.
You were also cold.
Then you called me afterwards and... Ah, shit. Come on, where are we? Where are you here with Mom?
We were in Berlin together. We spent a weekend in Berlin. That was really nice. Yeah, here are our Halloween edition ones. Back then, we released these sweaters. That was the Christmas edition. That's one of my favorite photos. He's dressed as an elf. I love it.
Back then, the Queen was still there. Right. Also pounds. That's 8. That's 12 euros you're poking here. Really? Yeah.
I didn't poke through, just poked over it on purpose.
Yeah, so
it holds like this, you know, in case it ever. Then I can still exchange it.
I already talked about this recently. How nice it was when you still had a card like that. Hey.
It was so awesome. I always collected all of them. I still have a lot more of them, but now you only get those wallet things.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, that was back when we were filming with the military, with the Luftwaffe. That was cool. We even got special things for it.
How was it actually when you guys started back then? You made the reaction video. And, then it worked. And then who said, come on, let's stick with it?
Yeah, I think I don't know. At that time, both of us were in training.
You wanted to drive an ambulance? Exactly. You know, I like you a lot, but I know what your memory's like. And I don't know if you want an ambulance driver who asks me, where is the hospital? Hey, your poor birthday, let's go celebrate it.
You call. You call.
Wait, excuse me. Mom, a first responder just asked me 6 quick questions about my condition. There.
So once with a photo,
Exactly. You and Jan told me that with Bella. That you were actually doing your training at the time and Jan was working for the government.
exactly. Jan wanted to start his training at the Environment Ministry, but then he cancelled before it began.
And then things exploded, and you went all in. Because I have to say, you were already really hyped.
Yes.
But did you start making money right away?
Man, for us it was really tough. A lot of people don't even believe me. Because at the beginning we had those insane view counts.
Yeah.
But we didn't earn anything because all those insults and stuff was said, and the system automatically flagged everything yellow.
That's true.
Exactly. And then it was a huge back and forth at first.
But wow, of course, you probably always got yellow, right? Always.
Always at the beginning anyway. And at some point it was settled so that we could always submit it for review. Then it was usually approved, but often not. But I think they were actually pretty cool with us.
Okay.
We really had a good contact person there. She really made an effort to somehow work with this system.
To find a way to make it work.
But it was just that,
The numbers were just there.
that we just said, hey, it would be kind of stupid not to use it now. Yeah, so just stopping now. And then I just said, since I also started editing and stuff, hey, come on, I'll just put my training aside for now, because with the emergency services, you don't really have a set duration. It's not like you just go through your training straight, but you have these blocks that always have to be completed. And at that point, I was already finishing a block and would have only had to do one more. And I said, I'll just do that one at another time.
You never did it? No. Okay.
I probably won't do it anymore now either. But yeah, I just totally lost sight of it, you know, with everything that happened and all.
That was happening. Yeah, you stream, right?
Exactly, not anymore at the moment. So sometimes a bit on TikTok, but I noticed that it's still a bit difficult for me.
Yeah, I believe that because, well,
There are a lot of questions that I just can't or don't want to answer. And then sometimes it's just...
which questions do you not want to answer?
Yes, for example, anything that concerns Jan's family, anything that concerns Marion, those are all things where I don't feel it's my place to say anything. I also don't want to go into detail about how the whole thing happened and things like that, you know.
But I can clear that up really quickly. First, if you're really interested in how Marion is doing, just check out her Instagram. It's in the video description. I think she shares what she wants to share there, and I think that's the right way to do it. And,
She's happy if you want to send her messages yourself.
yeah. So that's why, I think you can do something good there, and, I think everything else, honestly, I felt so sorry back then. And I have to say to everyone out there, in my words, no matter if it's screw you. So there was like this pressure building up somewhere. I mean, before it hit the press, I already knew about it for a few days, and so did everyone else. I think those from the inner circle knew about it, and then unfortunately it came out in the media, and then all this pressure was built up. Yeah. And personally, so many people wrote to me after it was in the newspaper, like, don't you want to, make a statement? Don't you want to say something? And I'm just thinking, what kind of statement? Really? What kind of statement? B, screw you, and C, just because, Bill writes about it, I'm waiting until Marion or you write about it. The people who are involved, and everything else is none of my business. And I expressed my condolences. And really, I was just so taken aback by the world again. Me too, really. I felt so sorry for Marion.
Yes. Yes, it just hit us like a hammer, you know?
Back then, your problems were totally different.
Yes, and especially when you wake up and you're already... The whole time it's like you wake up and you're shocked again because you keep getting hit by reality somehow. You don't just wake up in shock from that, you also wake up in shock when your phone explodes. And the whole time, because everything was leaked and published, it was crap, right?
Those are the only 2 answers you can give, I think. A, check out Marion's profile, feel free to check out Tim's, and if something sad like this happens next time, don't look at what the newspapers write, but either ask the closest people or sometimes just let it be. That's it. Yeah. And you were in Amsterdam too?
Yes, several times in Amsterdam.
Killing time, of course not smoking weed?
No.
No, killing time.
No.
Drinking coffee.
Tops.
Yeah, why don't you open it?
I wanted to make a TikTok out of it first.
I always feel the urge when I see that.
That's my bookkeeping.
Yeah, I wonder about that too.
Kind of got left behind. Unfortunately. But those are all insurance letters.
Yeah, but you have to do that, right? Provincial. I did an internship there once. So, let's go over here, because what's behind here?
There's actually not much left back here.
Oh, right, wardrobe.
Exactly. Yeah, kind of a wardrobe. So here is all the equipment that has piled up over the years somehow. With things for the head, lenses, and look.
Well, you guys had, well, when people saw you coming, yeah, like, Gewitter and Kopf is coming. I always thought that too. Okay, that will work for a while. But at some point, the story is told. How long would you say your peak lasted? How long did it last?
Wow, good question. I think I would say 2 years. From 2019 to 2021, I would say.
That was a rush, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, crazy. But the thing is, every day something else just hit us. Unfortunately, not many positive things either. We always had problems from the very beginning.
What kind of problems did you have? Phew.
Yeah, all sorts of things. Right at the beginning, people wanted to get our YouTube channel banned with a petition. We already had...
I had that happen to me from nerds, too.
Yeah, so we had our... What? Really?
Yeah, I once dressed up at Gamescom as a fat nerd who stutters and wants to jerk off.
And then... But you got banned.
Exactly. And then afterwards, I ended up at Gamescom in this big fat suit and even acted like a ramp, and then I fell and rolled down like that, man. Whoa!
Did you already have that with you? Was it done?
I wouldn't do that anymore today either.
Just a quick break, hey? Lucky for you, it's downhill, right? Going up is more exhausting.
You made it up, I feel for you. Going down is easier. Later, I thought it was tough. But when everyone overreacted, I just said, screw it.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, for us it was always more like, you know, not so much community-wise. I mean, sure, we had our shitstorms too, but there was also a lot with lawyers, legal complaints, things like that. What's that? That's me and a friend making music. That's just one of my happiest moments, so I wanted to have it hanging here.
It's a really happy moment. The whole music release thing.
Is not so happy.
Right?
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Does it still hurt?
Yeah, it does.
I think, man, you messed up back then. How long ago was that?
I don't know, 3-4 years?
Only?
I have no idea.
No, COVID was definitely around then. That was before or after COVID. Man, you even wanted to do it during that time. You wanted to promote a song, but everything around it was just so-so. You really got your ass kicked, and that's enough now. And you really got your ass kicked.
That's true. Deserved.
Yeah, that's why you deserve to get your ass kicked. It's over now, so we can joke about it. And the song was good.
Thank you.
The commercial is like Marlboro, which allegedly causes lung cancer, not targeting young people in their ads.
Yeah, that's just bad luck.
Yeah.
That's been haunting me for a while, so now I've learned from that experience and I...
Would you, look, someone asked me, would you make the same mistake again?
Absolutely not.
Good. Anyone can make a mistake once. Sometimes mistakes are understandable, like there. I remember seeing it and thinking, it happens. And I think after that we filmed the part where you have to reach into mousetraps. And then everything was fine. I also have to say, a really nice thing in my private life is, when I first became a dad, you guys gave me that silver walker, and soon my daughter will be using it too.
Cool.
I always remember I got that from Jan and Tim. That was really nice. That's why everyone makes mistakes. I know Kuchin messed up a few times.
To do such a calculated promo campaign and exploit the death of a family member for clickbait stuff just to get as much promo as possible for your song is, in my opinion, absolutely reprehensible.
Why did you take away the monkey cup? I'm not sure. I just don't want everyone to know I have a small problem.
What? That you smoke?
Yeah, I've mentioned before that I smoke, but I'm always afraid that people will think, okay, so he smokes.
Smoking is bad. Kwai, please stop. Seriously, don't do it.
That's a waste of money.
Do you always flick it down like that?
Yes. I've been trying to cut back the whole time, but unfortunately, it's not working as well as it should.
I asked if you could smoke the cigarettes all the way down, and you said yes. Not that, not that. What kind of roof is under you? I know where we are. Do your parents still live here? Yes. You live here? Yes. Your grandma? Yes.
My grandma, too.
And you own the house?
No, not that. We have other Vita here.
Yes, but do you own the place where they live? Yes.
The apartments where we live belong to my parents.
But not the apartment where Gunther, for example. No, I have no idea if his name is Gunther. Okay, that's...
No, those are rented from another owner.
What is this down here? I know what this is. Tell the viewer.
My parents' bowling alley.
His parents own a bowling alley. I want to see it.
Should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it right away. We'll finish up the apartment tour and then we'll go to the bowling alley. Yeah, we can do that. That's why I just wanted to go out on the balcony. We're going to the bowling alley. I hope.
You didn't just come here for that?
Now we're coming into the living room.
Exactly.
Here's the small living room. Look, a true Harry Potter fan.
I love this cabinet so much, you know?
That's, Lucius Malfoy.
That's Voldemort.
Voldemort?
Yes.
But that's not the Elder Wand.
Yes, it is. No, that's the one before the Elder Wand.
The Elder Wand, yes, okay.
You could actually just... But that's where Avada Kedavra works.
Ah, that was kind of wet, but then it's Lucius. Then is that the Time Turner?
Exactly.
Oh, look, Tom got stabbed through the diary. How awesome. How awesome is that?
I think I should turn this off.
Yes.
I love it like that too.
I would have loved to do that with the... You can even take it out. Yes, I would have loved to do that with the textbook. Is that your dog when he was little?
Exactly, that's Sam.
Then why is there something behind his heel? You can't see it.
That's John's TV stand. And actually mine was lower. That's why the pictures are still so low, because I haven't hung them higher yet.
Wow, you got a lot from Jan's apartment. I have it all.
Everything I was allowed to take, I took.
Wow, nice.
Yes.
Is this you with your girlfriend? Exactly, how did you two meet?
Through partying, friends.
Okay.
We met through clubs and hung out together, then started meeting on our own and things worked out.
Okay.
Yes.
How was it overall during your hype time? Surely a lot of TikTok girls came up and said, I mean, maybe because of Jan, maybe because of TikTok, you never know.
Oh yeah, in the beginning it was crazy. At first I had all the boys and Jan had more girls, but then it switched.
When it came out, who likes what?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
When we talked about it again.
Wow, those things really took off, huh?
Yeah. The French fry pillows sold really well. I mean, we really put a lot of work into them too.
They used to look like this, but what does that mean? It's not really like that.
As if I had sewn them.
Right? Yeah, really. We put work into it. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. We wrote to Timo, hey, we'd like... No.
No, but here's how they looked before and what we did after. Crazy, right?
You're acting like I sewed them myself. Someone just came and said, look, this one costs 150 euros and that one 450 euros. Now you can ask an honest question. At that time, of course, all the YouTubers showed up and wrote hello and said, cool what you're doing there. Yeah, I also wrote, cool what you're doing there. Were you happy about that, or did you think, wow, he's just a freeloader?
No, we were actually happy about everyone. Actually, it was more like Dejan was the one who got more messages.
Yeah.
On Instagram. And then it was actually like he always sent me screenshots. He wrote, look.
Who just wrote? Look who just wrote. Each time we were amazed by how crazy it was. But what I also hope I can mention or say is, say everything. What I found really great at Dejan's funeral, the outpouring of support. I have rarely seen so many colleagues gathered together, especially when I was just in Freisucht. So that was nice, and really then, I have to say, Vive and I just looked at each other briefly, we hugged, and that was it. We didn't even talk. It was really great, the effort people made to travel there. Yeah, to come by. Yeah, you too. Yeah, true. But, Thomas and Cunt. That's right.
That's exactly what he did. Left in the morning and went back afterwards.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was really, very nice.
I also thought it was nice that everyone came. So, and in any case, everyone was there who I know would have mattered to John, so it was good that these people were there. That's why I also think,
But also the place. I thought that was really impressive, too. So it was really, I have to say, with the invitation, I didn't know this place. And then I parked somewhere, and then there was just a crowd of people. And I was like, Bella, come on. It must be the right place. There's no smile on anyone's face. And it really was, well, a funeral that was beautiful.
I think so too.
And, what I have to say, and you can be really proud of that, I think it doesn't happen often that so many people come, that they even need several speakers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you have to set that up yourself. Even the people outside could hear it from the front because so many were standing farther back. It's really nice.
It was also nice with the weather, you know, the sun came out. And what I found the most amazing was that we were all sitting there at the beginning in this little chapel, and there was no sun the whole time. And then, when he started to give his speech, the sunshine came through from above, through that window, right onto his picture. I thought that was really amazing too.
What makes me happy right now is that I have that at home too, from Param at Cafe Bua.
I think that's really nice too.
I think he sent that to everyone. And that's such a typical, that's a Gisela. Yeah,
Really, a real middle finger, right?
Yeah, but he cut that out.
But it's nice to see something from him everywhere.
I think it's great that you honor your friend like that.
I still can't picture it without him. It's all still so hard for me to comprehend.
How often do you want to keep writing to him?
Every day. I mean, I talk to him every day.
Yeah, but that's good.
So whenever I want to write, I just talk. Like that. Yeah, it's all pretty strange. I still haven't really grasped that things are the way they are. I still feel like he's just traveling and will come home eventually.
The sad thing is, I don't think it's going to get any better than it is now. The rest of the time, it won't get any better than it is now.
No.
I don't know either.
It's been strange since then.
But it just shows how much he meant to you. And I think he would be very happy about that. And I think, knowing him, he would say, come on, let's keep going.
That's true.
He would probably call you names that I don't want to say here.
Yeah, he'll definitely say, don't be so sad, pull yourself together and stuff like that.
And you'll see each other again.
Yeah.
Do you have a faith?
Yes.
Just like me, that's why I know we'll see each other again.
That's true.
So, now come in, into the bedroom. I've only seen your girlfriend once or twice, so you go in first. Yeah. Can you lighten the mood by saying something like, things are really going to get wild here?
Things are really going to get wild here. Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
This is the bedroom.
Let me ask you something. I once heard that having a big TV in your bedroom means you have nothing else to do.
I'll be honest with you, we never use it. I mean, it's really stupid. Like, as if I would confess now, man. But we never use it. No, of course not.
It's just in case the sun shines in? No?
And also here as a pocket. Yeah.
Of course.
And so on.
What I'm wondering, because I'm happy that you have a girlfriend and, I saw it too. She really stood by you, which is very nice. When did you ask her if she wanted to move in? Because I think that's a really big question.
The thing is, it kind of just happened for us over time, so she was basically already living here.
Okay.
She still had a shared apartment in Cologne, but it was, you know...
Then you said we could save that money.
No, it was actually pretty cheap.
Yeah.
But still, we said, let's save that. She was here every day, and in the end it was basically just being used as storage. Then we brought the stuff over.
Nice.
And we've been living here together ever since.
When are you going to pop the question?
Well, the thing is, we still have a few plans, you know, for the future.
So what are the plans for the future?
We really want to go abroad, like, we'd love to live abroad for a while. Definitely for about a year.
What would you want to do abroad?
The same thing I'm doing now. I just want to discover other cultures, and I'd really like to use social media more for that, to take people along on the journey and try out some cool things and stuff like that.
Because you also have to say, if you think about the social media career of Gewitter im Kopf, at some point Jan told you, hey, I'm not feeling it anymore. That thing is over. And I have to say, hey, that's it, the story has been told for now, is pretty bold. And then he actually went to work at a government office. The surgery was also a huge deal back then. How was it for you? Because in the end, you guys were like Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill, or for the younger generation, Capital Bra and Samra, I don't know. Like when one of them says, wow, I'm out for now.
Yeah, the thing is, I've known him for so long and so well that I actually noticed it months before, because his motivation just dropped off. And I just noticed that he wasn't as motivated anymore, so I just told him like, hey, if it ever gets to that point, just let me know. Or actually, we also had an employee at that time so that we would know early enough.
You had an employee, cameraman, editor?
Exactly, cameraman and editor, so the last 2 years of Gewitter im Kopf. And exactly, yes, then he told us at some point, and it was actually more like, awesome that you said it, and not like, oh no, but cool that you just said it.
Now that it's out, we can handle it.
So, of course, at first it was definitely an adjustment for me. At first I didn't really know what to do, how to continue with my content, and
For a while, you made really good cooking and baking videos. I really enjoyed them. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Aaron, and welcome to Things You Can Cook When You Can't Cook. Today we're making my new favorite, crazy beef and cheesecake.
Yeah, because baking and cooking was always for blockheads like me. Like, just put an egg in, some dough, pizza, and cheese on top, and then you have a lasagna. Yeah, awesome.
I was surprised myself, surprised that it actually worked.
Okay, now let's go back to the Gewitter im Kopf days. You guys made some decent money back then too, right?
Yes.
Well, I saw it myself. You guys weren't stingy with the money. And I also know Jan and his apartment in Cologne. Because you shouldn't forget, we actually had a lot of contact. I threw up in my mouth because of you guys, swallowed it, and threw up again. And then he gave the sign, and on the way to Berlin in the taxi, once the cameras were off, I threw up again and I laughed in the back.
I hope you die.
What are you doing? I thought he was weird. He just lets it happen.
He wouldn't stop, and Jan fell asleep in the taxi.
Yeah, and that's why, we experienced a lot, and then I also recorded some sounds, and I was at your place a lot. Or at Jan's apartment. You guys, you weren't ETF investors, were you?
Actually, we were. I really made sure to invest well. I still have a good amount of money left from that. I actually invested all of it pretty well.
Not bad.
Yeah, the thing is, I had a few things where I said, even as a kid, hey, if I ever make good money with what I do, then those are the things I just want to get for myself.
Yeah.
Just for myself, as a sign of that, like a reward. And that's what I did.
Oh, yeah?
Exactly.
Dude!
And then you turned around once?
Yeah, did he? And then...
Now, I think that's enough already.
Whoa!
That's a good one. That one hits right in the center.
Good! Tim!
Yes?
I'm really, really happy that I got to see your apartment, that you told me so honestly how you're doing, and that, sorry, I'm super hyped, that you have a bowling alley.
Hey, thank you for giving me the chance to show my apartment and to talk like this and everything.
You're the first person who's actually been happy that I was coming. I didn't have to force you. Yeah, of course. I even cleaned up just for you. And of course, you can now follow Tim on Instagram and keep following him on his social media journey. Maybe even in China, the USA, Canada, or Taiwan.
Who knows?
Where I'll end up. Yeah. Where do you want to go first?
We want to take a year-long road trip across Asia.
Like falling off a scooter in Thailand, scraping your knee, then spending a month in the hospital. Exactly.
And then back home.
Fly. Link to Instagram is in the video description. I hope you enjoyed it and you found out what actually